Now here I am. Hello, how are we all? And it's just me, all alone, without Bernie and Michelle. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me okay? Let me know if the sound's good. Hope you're all having a fabulous time. 50 of you here. Hello, Griffin. How are you? Three Fingers. Jonathan. Kane. Hello. Lauren. Buenos dias to you. Are you in Mexico? Perth. Hey, how you going, Sue? I'm in Perth too. That's spectacular. CJ DV, all the way from New Zealand, bro. How you doing? Dennis McManus, how you going? Redneck Rebel, hello. Lauren, hello. Mark, a bonjour to you, Joe. Look at all these wonderful people. How do I say that? Shanjak. Cool. Hello. Adam, hello. Brian, one love. Gold Coast Lady. Adam Forrest, also from New Zealand. Hello. Lauren, it's Dawn here. Oh, I thought you were saying your name was Dawn for a second there. It's Dawn. It's well past dusk. It's 7:37 p.m. Sunday night in Perth, Western Australia. Hello, Margaret. How you going? Melissa, hello. Now, how do I say this? Agu. Hello from Spain. Thankful Heart. That's a very nice name. Oh my gosh, look at all these comments. Hello. There's 73 of you now. Hello, Tyson. Everyone else. Ray, Martin, Sherry. All right. Hello. How are we all? So I thought I'd just come on and have a chat. I've been looking at maps and things, so I thought we could have a look at the Frau Moreau 1450 map. J Dreamers sort of did a couple of shows on the is it 1497, the Monty's Planisphere, and I was looking at that, and then I was looking at the Frau Moreau map, which I'm not sure if you've seen it. It's the upside down map. I'll look at it in a minute. And all these other maps we have, right? You know, we've got like California as an island maps. There's maps of Australia with inland oceans. And I'm just and you know, apart from the fact that you know, the maps pre sort of, oh gosh, at least pre 1500, probably 1600, they're all like 10-foot maps. They're giant, like the books, right? The giant books. And actually, a lot of those books that we look at from the 1600s with the Starfort cities, those kind of exploration type books, they're from giant books. We saw one, Kelly and I, when we were in Melbourne. So I'm just thinking, You know, have we got maps from before the reset and then maps after the reset? Because that's kind of what it looks like. You know, we can see the different water levels, we can see the different lands. And if that's true, then obviously we've only got the dates to go by that they give us. But, you know, we can kind of pinpoint, you know, when this reset happened, right? And I kind of postulate that it was around the late 1500s, early 1600s. And that's just based on mainly on the books and the exploration books that are all in the late 1600s, 1700s, when they're going out and rediscovering the world. So that's what I've been thinking. And I think I'm going to start doing a stream every week just called the tabs on Cambell's computer, because seriously, I could do a show just going through the tabs I have. At the moment, I've got 3 different search engines up, and they're all got about 10 tabs on them. My poor computer. How are we? Oh yes, Dutch synths. Thank you. Yeah, that was fun. That was cool. If you haven't seen it, go and check it out. Texas. All right. Yeah. Yeah. So I've got one cut up on Auto 2 from the Dutch chat, because it ends up being 5 hours. I think it's 3.5 hours on my channel. But we are going to do some more, and I've just been talking about more collabs. There's so much going on, and I'm moving across the country this week, just, you know, to make it interesting, right? So there is lots going on. Rappers never rap about maps. That's a good point. I think we need someone email Tom McDonald and tell him, rap a map. You know, that's the thing. Rappers, you know, tend to like chocolate though, don't they? Always wrap themselves around it. Oh, thank you. Oh, Callum, how you going? Welcome. Thank you. All right. Great. Gerald, great channel. Who's Gerald? Excuse me. Oh, okay. Is that your name, Gerald? Well, there you go. Go check out. Is that what it's called? Enlightened Truth for you, for truth to. Oh my gosh, Enlightened for truth too. That's hard to say. God, don't say that when you're drunk, right? Hippie Shake, hello and welcome. As always, thanks for being here. Morning in not sunny. Are you in Wales? I'm pretty sure you're Wales, aren't you? Down in Martin country, is that right? Or are you in the England parts? Moving during the equinox and gate portals. Oh, is that what's going? Oh yeah, well it is, right? What's the date? Yeah, maybe I won't fly on the 23rd, right? I might be on one of those planes that disappears through a portal somewhere. Periscope film on the secret Antarctica thingy. The secret Antarctica thingy. Wow. I have no idea what that is, but it sounds coolly. Wet, windy Wales. She sells seashells on the seashore. I'm not a pheasant plucker, I'm a pheasant plucker's son. I'm only plucking pheasants till the pheasant plucker comes. Yeah, try saying that 4 times quickly. Come on. All right, so 116 of you watching. Thank you all for being here. Nigel, hello. Everyone else. Timothy, Norway is a long way from home. It is. Starfort country up there. Land of the Frisians, maybe. Orelinda, the Tall Whites. That's something I'm going to be getting into too. I've got all this stuff to do, but because of, I'm moving during a portal apparently. Yeah, stuff will start being done when I get settled. The Olympic Peninsula. Whoa, I never knew there was a Olympic Peninsula. Hello, Kimmy. Kim A. Right. We've got an Australian show with a Kimmy. You can come on, you can have a go. Have a few beers and have a go. Yes, everyone give me a like, please. Hello and Merry Chocolate to you. Sherry, thank you for being here. All right, so shall we have a look. Let's see if I'm ready. Maps. I'll get the good one up. There it is. So now I've only got one screen set up, so when I share this, I can't actually. I might be able to do it so I can see the comments. So let us. This is the 1450 Fra Moreau, sorry, map. This is it, and it's half of the world, or a kind of side circle, and it's upside down. So this is Africa, Spain, is that right? Spain, Portugal, Spain, Middle East, and all that kind of stuff. So if we go in here, you'll see everything's written, facing this way, but it's actually upside down. And check out this place. This is 1450. I mean, look at this. I mean, blur, right? It's covered in all this. And this is a really good map. I'll drop the link. I don't think I'll put it in the description, but I will. And I'll drop it in chat, because look, you can zoom right in. Now, unfortunately, here we go, Tartaria, right? It's not in English. And I have looked. I've found a couple of translations, but you have to go through them all and obviously find out where they are, because look at all this information that's on this map. So if anyone can decipher this, what is this? Is this Latin? Tartaria, Sepulcha, Fate Pertambuton. I don't know what that means. The Tartarian Sepulcha, but something cool, right? We've got all these towns, right? Achachi. It'd be cool if this had like the Americas on it, but it doesn't. It's just got Europe and a bit of Asia and Africa. Amazonia, pretty interesting. And look at this. What's this? But I mean, this like the whole. Look at this is what we see everywhere, right? These massive columns, clearly built by. Right, there you go. We got horse and cart carts. But the whole realm is completely covered, right? And lots of these sepultura for the heavy metal fans. And it's just ridiculous. Like, look at some of these constructions here. We've got the antiquitents with their little antiquiteners, imperial etrifum, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, the tents of the imperial. Oh, look, they're held up by one big column. How interesting. But basically, yeah, what a cool map, hey? This is, so if we come over here, like this is like Spain, Hispania, and again, covered. All right, this is up into like France, the UK, right? Anglia, Scotia, Hibernia or Ireland. Hi, Bernie. And I guess there's no Wales. They must be in the ocean still. But this, Wales is kind of here. But the shapes of the land, right, on this map, it's different. I did try and line this up on Google Earth, and obviously, the curve makes it hard. But you can see that, all these waterways are different now. I don't know if we'll be able to see, but this is the Middle East. This is different on our maps today. All these waterways, and this, of course, is the Nile pyramids, the Geon Desert. They look a little bit pointy, don't they? And then down here, this is where Luke from Ancient Historia was looking past the cataracts, and we found all these ruins and pyramids and things. So I can't see any. There's no pyramids here by the looks of it, but be interesting to know what this all says. Nilo, I guess, is the Nile River, and look at this inlet of water. Right, so I'm going to have to bring up I need, it'd be good if we could split screen so we could see this next to Google Earth or, next to what they show us today. Excuse me, coffee break. And of course, this is the desert, right? This is the Sahara Desert. So this is Mauritania. Mauritania is still there. But look, it's no longer covered in castles. And these are rivers. This is water. You can see this is the ocean down to this lake. And I mean, it kind of looks man-made, right? Two streams going down. Got this big inlet, and there's just streams going to all these castles, rivers, right? Maybe, I don't know which way they're running. They could be running down, right? But this is not the history we've been told, and it's definitely not what we see today. But if you look in the Sahara, it's covered in ruins. Like, it's covered. They're buried ruins everywhere. And as an interesting point, check out these buildings, right? Which, again, we need to decipher this. We need to get like a deciphering team going. Because look at all these. These look half buried, right? These spires, right? Just popping out of the mountains here. And mountain ranges, right? Well, look like kind of mountains in the Sahara. Again here, half buried kind of castle, dome things. Here we have a big, castle with a wall. But it again looks like, it's had a bit of a deluge of some kind come through. Here we have, look at this. Purvis, I don't know. Questa Provincia. Oh, Fertilissima. Produce. Okay, so that looks like it's some kind of growing. Fertilizer, produce, rabblement. Don't know what that means. Is that a farm? That would be interesting. What's this? Numidia? That's Syria now, right? I think it was Assyria back then. And then, I think we've looked at this before. The Reichardt, what's called the Reichardt structure, the Eye of the Sahara. We thought this might be it. I mean, because look at that, right? But the Reichardt structure is actually a bit lower south. And again, there's nothing. Maybe maybe it's one of these castles. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's to do with what happened here. Who knows? But this is, the world in 1450. This is Diab. Interesting, right? Diablo, which means devil, of course. And this is that, what am I trying to think of? Where do the lemurs live? Gosh. Madagascar. Is that Madagascar? I mean, I think Madagascar's more up here. Doesn't seem to be here. Maybe, what's this? Midgedo? Don't know. The island of Midgedo. And look, there's another island here with a castle on it. Island here with a tree. there's lots of islands, right, that are inhabited. Sokolra? Is that right? Abderkula? What's this? Looks like some kind of bridge or something. So it doesn't seem to be Madagascar. Right? This seems to just be like the end of Africa, and there's just a big river through here. So again, what it looks like is different water levels, right? But the interesting thing is, on maps like this, it kind of looks like the water was higher, right? If we've got water going there, and we've got this big here inlet. Was the water higher? I don't know, because what we're told, right, is, and what it kind of looks like is that it was lower and it raised at some point. So I'm not sure how that would work, because California used to be an island and all this kind of stuff. But so these are just thoughts. We're going to have to look into this a lot more. But definitely, if anyone knows how to translate any of this, please send me an email. Because that would be extremely helpful. Because this is literally I mean, look at all the words here. This is a description of the world in the 1450s. And down here we have Adam and Eve, right, in the garden. We have the angel guarding the door with a big sword, sword of justice or something, and some dude talking to them, saying, "Cover up your boobies." And why is it looks like Adam's trying to cover his boobies, and that's what's going on there. And of course, the tree, right? Are they apples? Are they oranges? Maybe. Who knows? But again, this has got a description, right, of what's going on here. But of course, only half the realm, and this was drawn like I said from a row. Let's have a look. I'll stop sharing this. And where is everyone? Oh, 187 of you watching. Thank you. Oh, Paul Cook, welcome. Easy Tiger. Thank you for being here. Yeah. So, what do you think about that? Right, a different. Three fingers. Blah, 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 everyone else. Yeah, what do you think about that? This is the thing, like this, this realm, like what it's done. I mean, I say we've been invaded by something, right? By someone, by some force, and this is what we're trying. They just want us to think that obviously evolution, right? We've built up from something, but it's clearly, we were there. We were there, right? We had sort of this realm sorted and connected, and all this free energy, and we knew how to connect into earth energies, and it literally they came in and dismantled it, took it apart, it polluted the water, took out the resonators and the bells and all this kind of stuff. So it's very interesting. So let me see what else I have here. Frau Moreau. I am here. Okay. So this is Frau Moreau, right? Oh, accurate and detailed. There you go. They tell us, right? It's accurate. Monumental map of Frau Moreau is one of the most important and beautiful works created in a monastery on the Venetian island of Murano around 1450. I do have a color version of this too. I think that the color is, the second one. Obviously, they don't decolor things, do they? So let's say 1459. This is China. So we can go have a look at that later, maybe. So Frau Moreau died 1464, was an Italian cartographer, lived in the Republic of Venice. Interesting. He traveled much as a soldier and a merchant. He was also a member of the monastery of St. Michael, where he maintained a cartography workshop. Frau Moreau clearly tried to use the latest mapping techniques to show the latest discoveries, even if they contradicted the views of the classical and Christian geography. He was a cartographer who wanted to definitely break from divinely inspired maps of the Dark Ages. And that's, it is kind of, true. A lot of the maps that are, commissioned by the church, it's propaganda, right? It's to make their stories true. So a lot of the maps that are weird, that aren't accurate, maybe not accurate, right? But this one, I mean, you don't go into this much detail with all these words and all this explanation just for no reason, right? Just to make it up. So it's just saying the Earth was a circle, blah, blah, blah. How long did it take to create? Doesn't tell us. Frau Moreau wanted to place a Garden of Eden outside the world rather than in the extreme east. Even though the Portuguese were the first Europeans to circle the Cape of Good Hope in 1488. So, a lot of this would be accurate. So, it was a different world, right? When do we think the reset was? Give me some numbers. What do you think? I'm going for, 1550 to 1600, I think, is when the last like cataclysm, right? Like big catastrophe type reset happened. As far as that looks like it, when the flood happened, it just looks like that's when the oceans change, right? All the land change, and that now we have all this stuff underwater, like Yonaguni and in the Bay of Bengal and Nan Madol and all this kind of stuff. So what's everyone saying? What's with prisoners smashing up rocks? Oh, that's a good point. This was the millennial reign or the true Christ, not the version we're getting. Yeah, I mean, I've heard of the millennial reign of Christ. Who knows? I haven't, we don't know, right? There was some kind of reign, Christ consciousness, maybe. I obviously don't belong to any religions. I don't believe man has the right to talk, to talk for God. Suppress technology. Some of them artists go into bizarre detail for no reason. They can't. Yeah, well, that's what they want to tell us, right? And even with the books, right? I'm going to get back into the Aurolinda book because I'm building a story in my mind of what's going on here, and who it was that caused the cataclysm, or at least what happened. Because we've got the North, right? Hyperborea, which seems to have been inundated as well, right? Or sunk. Was that Atlantis? We don't know, because then we have all these stories of people coming down from the north. We've got the Aurolinda book, which talks about Frisia going under, right? The island of Frisia. So it's all this interesting stuff. Millennial reign finished 1859. Oh, where did you hear that? Tuesday afternoon. What? Is that when it was? Tuesday afternoon, June. What date? Come on, not very accurate. What day? Hello from Vienna. What's Vienna? Vienna. Sorry. Hey, going. Oh, Uzak. Is that how I say it? Uzak. Welcome. 1700s. Some people think 1700s. Last one, 1902. Yeah, I understand that. And there's definitely a lot of evidence for that, but that wasn't a cataclysm. That was, see, these resets are based on, obviously, the sky clock, right? And what's happening with what's going on in the heavens. And so that was a man, that they play on that. They use these energy cycles and they jump in and do these man-made resets, which is what's going on right now, right? But this, of course, is a false one because we're not aligned. I don't know. I don't know what's going on at the moment. This is the thing. If you look at the dates as 2040 being the next one, then what's going on at the moment? We clearly something's going on. Time's weird, right? Everyone's freaking out. The world is not as it was. So this is the thing. We actually don't know anything solid. Now, this is all information. I think I think most people have pieces of the puzzle. I don't think anyone's got the whole puzzle. I don't think anyone knows exactly what's going on, because unfortunately all the information we have to go off is probably tainted, so we don't really know. So my advice is to stay autodidactic, right? Things can just be interesting rather than having to be right or wrong, because you can get stuck in the, the guru complex, right? Following someone. And once you do that, well, then you can't stray from that path, right? Because you've put them in charge of your thoughts. So when that topic comes up, you'll just revert back to, well, this person said that, so they're right, so you're wrong. So we must keep open minds. We are still, trying to find this out. Yeah, I mean, there's many resets, and I mean, this is the thing, like we're going clearly through some kind of reset at the moment. I have the Great Eclipse finishing the X. Oh, yeah, I saw something about that. Yeah, okay. And there's a point, isn't there? Who was talking about that? Was that Dutch? I can't remember. But anyway, now I can't remember what I was talking about. All right. So what's everyone else saying? Do any of you know where I can get a PDF of the correct Bible. Oh, which is the correct Bible? What are we talking here? There's many Bibles, right? And the Bible we have now has got 66 books in it. Before the Council of Nicaea, there were hundreds of books in there. So, then we've got like the Colburn Bible, we've got, all these extra canon books. I would say get into the, just got to read, research, all this kind of stuff. Once you realize Nasty is lying, everything makes sense. Our true power is in faith, positive energy. There is something other than just Seussical. Now, what does Seussical? Is that like as in Dr. Seuss? We should have faith in something. I would say put that on an inside thing, not an outside, but yes. John said that God had to shorten time in these days or there would be no flesh left. Did he? I did not know that. Well, there you go. This is the thing, right? There is a lot, it talks about Armageddon and the apocalypse in the Bible. So where are we? I have a big piece of the puzzle that will blow your mind. Ask me that question next interview. Okay. You'll have to remind me. Yes, oh my gosh, there's so many comments here. When I get over east and settled, I will get back in, but I'm still doing a few chats. We've got 2 Tartari Australia chats coming up. I did a chat with Joe Gifford this morning. I think there's another one. Gosh, this is a problem when you do too many, and then you've got to edit them and you end up losing bloody things. But anyway, I'll be set up again, yes. So we're going to build a recording studio. So there you go. And this is what I have to mention. I have to mention things. So, hello, Philip B. Peace to you. So I've started. Here we go. 4Jacks. 4Jacks was the first person to join my channel. I'm not really sure what that is. That what it's called? Joining? I don't know. Doing something. So you can do that. You can join my channel now. Obviously, this whole, what's going on is we've got to look for different ways to keep food in our stomachs, right, and roofs over our heads. So if you want to join my channel, do that, because what I'm going to be doing once I get settled, this will all be sort of 2 or 3 weeks away, is I'm going to start doing sort of live streams and videos that are for people who are part of the channel, people who support through Patreon and PayPal and all that kind of stuff. I've got to work out how to get it all in one spot, but yeah, so that's out there for you if you want to do that, if you want to support me. Also, I'm having a chat with David from Soma Energetics next week. And of course, a lot of you saw that first interview, and it was an intro. So it was supposed to be more an intro of what it's all about, and everyone wanted to know how to use the forks and all this kind of stuff. So that's what we're going to get into. So if you've got any questions, leave them in the comments, and David will go through them and we'll cover them. If you questions to do with tuning forks, how to use them, all this kind of stuff, leave them in the comments, not in the chat. Oh, look at that. We have a new member. CJ DV, thank you very much, Chris. There we go. All right. 2 members. All right. Do you want to be in the top 10? Woo-hoo. It's a race. And of course, if you want to get your own tuning forks, you'll find a link. I think Pippi posted it before. 10% off if you use the code AUTO. And see, I was supposed to do this at the start, actually. Let's do it now. So are we all ready? This is a tuning fork. This is to clear. This is very high hertz. I don't even know how high it is. 4,058. So yeah, I've got all these. I've got this one's cool. This is third eye, but I'm gonna have to ring these every time because as we know, right, the bells used to keep the trolls away. That's why they had bells in cathedrals. That's how it was, to keep the trolls away. So maybe this will work, right? So if any trolls happen to come into the chat, let me know, and I'll ding the fork and we'll see if it works. What do you reckon? All right. So let's see what else people are saying here. Yes, I do have to build my house first. I'm probably just going to start by buying a caravan, so I've got a bedroom, and then kind of build from there. So anyone in the area with building skills and tools, please come and help. My arm is it is getting better. I've been doing tuning forks every day. I've got this one has a boot on it. You can kind of see that on the end of it, and that's actually so you put it on your body and it resonates. So I've been doing that, and I'm feeling, definitely feeling stuff happening. I'm also doing a few other things. I also got today, this is something else that we're going to be looking at with Lorenzo, is this. Can you see that? No. I have to turn off my fuzzy filter. Basically, this is called Flora Alive Healing Support, and I have blue-eyed grass, which is for remembering dreams. So these are like tinctures. What's that word? Tinctures where you get stuff. Homeopathy, is that the one? No, the one that sounds like that. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to try those as well. So I'll let you know if my dreams start getting more rememberable and vivid from the blue-eyed grass. And so I'm taking this healing support as well for my arm, and I'm taking lots of sea salt, the 12 salts for the body. I've got this stuff, which we're going to be talking about soon, which is more good stuff. I got lots of stuff. Oh my God. So this is why you need to support me, because I've been spending so much money on healing stuff, right? And yeah, I've got also tensor coils made by Cameron, and he actually sent me, because I just mentioned on a stream, I said, maybe I need anklets, because we see all these old, people that wear anklets and bracelets and necklaces. So he sent me some. So I actually have anklets, tensor anklets custom made of copper. So thank you, Cameron, and of course go check him out on Facebook. And I did an interview with him and Phil last week, which is up on my channel if you haven't seen it. And that's what we're now. So we've got another interview coming up with the channel. Oh gosh, what's it called? Elevate something. Gosh. I'll remember in a minute. And he gets into all the electroculture. And so we've sort of touched on that with Bernie, and we're going to get right into that. And then I'm, of course, going to be doing experiments, right, in the farm, in the permaculture farm where I am moving. So there's lots going on. Concoction, yes. That's what they're called, Caleb. What's this? Manny's in Brazil had trolley cars. Manny's, what's Manny's? Is that a town? There's definitely a town in the middle of the Amazon, just in the middle of the Amazon, yeah, with a full trolley car tram system. It's just like, yeah, man, it's crazy, right? Manus, what's Manus? What is everyone saying here? I think Dutch synth bells are earthquake alerts. So you mean like you think the bells in the tower were earthquake alerts? I mean, they may have been, right? If there's an earthquake, the bell's going to start ringing, you would think. Yeah, right. I do have some neodymiums. I've got to get some more and put them, but I do have, that's a magnet bracelet, and that's magnets, that one, and that's got magnets in it as well. I think they've all got magnets in those ones. I got copper and stuff all over me. And that's something else. If you're in the Northern Rivers region and you have copper that you want to get rid of, let me know. If glass, thank you, fella B. If glass is made from sand, then our beaches crushed. Well, this is the thing. There's actually beaches that are literally just covered in gemstones and stuff, and also ones that are covered in like rolled glass. And there's also ones that are covered in bricks, right? Geopolymer, broken statues. There's one up in New York, which I've been trying to find, which I would actually like to show, but I haven't. I had a search for it and couldn't find it. But anyway, how is crypto? Is Bernie here? I think Bernie's live. I think I went live and saw that he was going live at 8 o'clock. So sorry, Bernie. All right, Philip B. Yes, thank you. Has different alerts for earthquakes. Yeah, that map he's got. That's a cool map, right? And so, yeah, who saw that chat with Dutch Sense and like continent-sized geometric shapes, right? That look like bastions from star forts. So this whole, we're getting into this pretty quick. This, I need to work out how to get a flat map with, like a flat circle map that has all the geological ocean stuff on it, so we can map it. That would be cool. All right, so let me see what else I have to show you all. I did actually, maybe I'll just bring up my maps. That might make it easier. See if we can see. Or should we have a look at Google Earth? Hang on. So where are we? Google Earth. So I'm going to share the screen. Okay, Google Earth. So this is Africa today, right? So this is Mauritania, and you can see this is where that inland ocean inlet was, right? I mean, you can almost see the edge here where, these are like cliffs, right? Oh, my elevation's actually working, is it? No, it's not. Why doesn't my elevation work? So annoying. But that's some kind of mountain, right? So this is how different, so how did that dry up? And then, I mean, where are all the mountains? I mean, all the castles, right? And the mountains and things. What's this? Let's have a look. It says there's a grid down here. Oh, wow, look at that. So this is the grid, right? So John Levi has showed this a few times, and also 13th Monkey. So if I do, how do I do this? There. Is that a mile? So that's 0.15 of a mile. So that's because the ones in the Americas, I think, are a mile square, aren't they? But look at all these lines, right, going out across the desert. And look at this, dried river. Right, and these, look at that, look at this dried up river. Right, these are all the rivers that we see in that old map. So I wonder if I can swap. Hang on, how do I do this? Oh, here it is. Oh, it's upside down. How do I turn you upside down? I can't. But you can see here, this is the inlet, right? And all these rivers coming down through here. And I hope that changed screen. We've got remnants of them, right? Look, down here. Look at all these rivers dried up. So we're told this is 10,000, been dry for at least 10,000 years, but is that true? I mean, look at this. We've got little, and this is the other thing, like oases and things, these pockets of survival. Like, how does that happen? If this has been a desert for 10,000 years, who tracks out to the middle of the desert and just starts up their little, civilization, like their little village? Doesn't make a lot of sense. But you can see these are all on old riverbeds, and there might still be some water in these. I don't know. Look at that. It looks like a star city. That's very interesting, isn't it? That looks like an old walled city. Look at this. Very interesting. I wonder if we can get on the ground. Look at that. Oh, let's see. No. Oh, here? No. Okay, no one's Google Earth mapped this place. Come on, Google, get your act together. Oh yeah, no, we can go down here. Okay. Let us have a look. Okay, here we are, right? A motorbike in the middle of the Sahara. 2 motorbikes. Look at this. What do you think? Is Paul Cook still here? Covered up walls. But look at, this is in the middle of the Sahara, right? I mean, that looks new. Cement brick stuff. We'll see if we can get a better view. This is not a very good view. But that is clearly, that's an old world city. Okay, let's see if we can go out here. Oh, let's go up here. All right. Oh, okay. So there we go, right? Look at this. Big old world mound. Random pillars. People, come on, Google. All right, so in the middle of the Sahara. Unfortunately, I don't think we can it's not the best view, is it? But I mean, look at these shapes from above. I mean, look at this, all built. Who built this? Look how high that wall is, right? Where did all the sandstone come from? And this is just like a little speck, right, in the middle of the desert. That's just crazy. But these things are all over the place. This one, that's obviously a newer settlement. Okay, we've got it gridded, it's probably mining or something. I mean, look at all this stuff in the ground though. Are these just like these lines? Are these roads? I wonder, because that's a lot of roads. Look at that. What is going on there? Looks like they've been having just fun in their dune buggies or something. Alright, so this is the top of Africa. Okay, there we go. So it is now dry as, and the Reichardt structure is it's down here somewhere. Can't find it, but you can look at this landscape. It looks like there's water flow, right? Like water's flown, I don't know, in or out. Maybe it inundated, right, and then flooded back out and left salt, dried it out a bit. I mean, it does look more like look at this scar. Kind of looks like this place got blown to crap, because this is, the land of all the Bible stories, right? And in the Bible, they want us to believe it was all desert, but if you read the Bible, they never say that, right? It's just in the movies. In the Bible, it actually talks lots about, fruit and food and vegetation and all this kind of stuff, but they want us to believe it was desert and everyone was just living off fish. It's very strange, but because this, in that map as well, was just covered, right, in castles. And now we just get left with these little pockets. And all that's clearly agriculture. Look at this. I wonder what this is. Doesn't look very natural. I've never seen black. Look at that big black mountain. I mean, interesting. Oh yeah, look at this. I mean, wow. Kind of look like destroyed. You can see a shape here, right? square on top. What is all this stuff? It looks like we got blasted is what it looks like. That's what it looks like. You know, and of course the centre of Australia, right? Look at this. Got completely destroyed. And there used to be, you know, well, there's maps, right, with water that sort of comes in here. And you get the same sort of look at the ground here, this kind of flow, right? This water flow look like water's been rushing out. And of course here in the desert, got all these salt lakes, right? This water that's been left and trapped and just evaporates and becomes a salt lake. And then down here, it looks like is where it's all flowed out into the ocean. Very interesting. So what has gone on, right? And of course, Dutch synth was showing us all the plates. You know, like when you start looking at it, these are all geometric shapes, right? This looks very much like, you know, the satellite kind of stars we see, but I won't go into that too much. But, you know, you can just see these are triangles and things. Geometry, but of course, they wrap it around their balls to try and prove they have some. And something else I wanted to look at, which, this, which, let me stop showing, which, J Dreamers, where is everyone? There. J Dreamers show, there's a consonant on the David Rumsey map. I think I saw Hippie put the link before in for David Rumsey. Hang on, let me see if I can find it. Because it looks, I haven't noticed it before for some reason, but it shows another continent, which may be Mu. You know, who knows, right? Atlantis. So we'll have a quick look at that. Let me share the screen. So this again, davidrumsey.com, really cool. Lots of stuff, of course. They love their balls. But you've got here aerial photos, manuscripts, atlases, cities, heaps of cool stuff. And down the bottom we have this, the Monty's Planisphere, 10 foot. Of course, they bought it, copied it, cut it up, and put it around a ball, as they love to do. What do I click on here? This? Yes, this. For some reason, you've got to click, you know, 3 times to get to this map, which you can zoom in on. Of course, this is the one that's got, you know, an ice-free Antarctica. But if we zoom in, where was it? Here. So how do I turn this around? Hang on, let's do this. I think I'm getting there. Okay. Turn it around. Turn it around. How do I turn it around? Oh gosh, I'm going to have to look at it upside down. How do I do this? Why won't you let me turn you around? Oh gosh, I need to know how to drive. Here we go, right? What's this? So here we have, of course, everything's upside down. This is Europe, so this would be Russia. Is that right? And this is, oh my God, this is Europe. I'm going to need to turn this upside down. It's very hard to, what am I doing? To do assist. No way, no. Change layout back. Oh, this one. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, here we go. This, I'm getting there. Oh my God. What is going on? Okay, here. Dump. Okay, so what we are looking at is this. In here, this land mass, let's wait for it to buffer. So here we have India, so this is Russia, right? So yeah, Russia, and this is America, right? So this is Alaska, up here, the dogs. And what do we have in between, right? This is called, it looks like, sort of Japan, the island of Japan, but look how big this is. All right. Nanga Farmer, Amakusa, all this big landmass. So is this, because Japan is, down more where these are. And it's got two big islands here, so it could be that, but we have this. So again, this map is, I think it's 1497, so before 1500, and we get just a different, clearly this is a different realm we're looking at. We've got, different islands. Look down here. There's islands everywhere. On this one, I'm pretty sure California is an island, which would be down here, wouldn't it? So is it California? No, or it? Oh, okay. It's not quite an island. So that looks like water, and we get this right. We get these. The water comes up, and then it's an island, and so it looks like these are all drawn with different water levels, and this is clearly gone, right? But this is in the area where Yonaguni would be. The sunken, what they call, well, it's a sunken, temple complex, I guess, what we're calling. Some people try and say it's a natural formation, but look at this, Nangatar. I wonder if that's Yona. I don't know. Anna Susei Firen. I mean, so again, this map as well has got heaps, and it needs to be deciphered. I think Jade Remus had a bit of it, but look at all this writing down here, right, telling us about what was going on 500 years ago. All these different lands that we get shown. Australia, of course, is just part of what we call Antarctica, right? These outer islands in this map, and that's what we see also in the later maps up until about 1700, when it suddenly becomes Australia, right? And New Guinea becomes an island, and this all becomes ice. So I'm trying to work out a timeline, but it's very interesting. But this is India. Yeah, so this is Australia, right? Interesting, it's got camels on it, rabbits. Australia has the biggest population of wild camels. We also have rabbits, of course, everywhere. We don't have deer, but we've got lizards. But our lizards have 4 legs, not 2. But we have this land, right? This is, this became Australia. It's clearly the wrong shape. But look what we got up here. Right? I mean, just islands everywhere. Here's Timor. Interesting. Now we have East Timor. Well, Timor is Papua New Guinea. Half of Papua New Guinea is East Timor. So that's an old name I did not know. The islands of Bandan. And, these are all got castles on them. Towns, right? This looks like it. Oh, it's got a few cities on it, but the Gilolo region. Look at all this stuff. Vandana, the island of Delhi Donna. So this must all be underwater. Look at this big. Oh, it's a volcano. Look at that. It's an erupting volcano. And then, of course, so if we go into the Pacific, so where would the Pacific be? So Africa, the Atlantic is here, right? So this would be the Pacific, yeah, right? So that's, where we're told Mu is. So I'm just wondering, like Easter Island and all those things, I guess they're out here somewhere. All right, so what have we got here? We've got Tiburones, I think. The island of Pietro. More islands out here. So just wondering if they show land masses out there. Not really. But, that could be Easter Island. But Easter Island, we're sort of told is the tip of, move, but you know, it's clearly not up here. But I mean, it's very interesting, all this stuff, right? Mer de Sur, I guess south, the ocean of the south. San Bartolomeo. But anyway, I mean, this is a very interesting map. And yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to show you with this. This ain't there no more. But we do have Yonaguni underwater. So how much else is underwater? Look at all these cities. And look at all these canals. You know, is this the stuff that we see on the ocean floor? If any of that's real, right? So there we go. Maps, maps, maps. How is everyone? Oh, I left Dutch Sense up, sorry. All right, hello. No, we don't get snow here. It's summer as well. Easter Island is not, no, Rapa Nui. It's Easter Island because apparently they say it was found on Easter, right? We have Christmas Island as well. Interesting. I'm waiting for them to find Mother's Day Island next. Exactly right. Okay, what's the new password? They say this ain't there no more. Is that what I said? There you go. I think that's a great one. Yes, right. Kangaroo. 120. That's just a small one. I remember when I was driving to Kalgoorlie in like a van doing, you know, like 120 or something in the middle of the desert. And a bloody emu just bolted in front of me straight across the road doing about 60 Ks and just a couple of meters in front of my car, man. Didn't hit it or anything, but it scared the crap out of me. Yeah, interesting animals down here. Yeah, I know, right? What is this snow stuff? I hear people talking about it. I see these pictures of this white, weird stuff on the ground, but I don't know. I think it's hard water or something. Very strange stuff. I agree, man. I mean, yeah. The only logical conclusion, yeah, it's all underwater. So this is what I've been working on. Like I said, when I get settled, I'm gonna start getting some more in-depth, I guess, sort of videos going. Yes, Explore Your World 2019. Welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you. And yes, please, guys, give me a like, share this around, share all my videos around. And I was also thinking, you know, if you're leaving comments, go through and like some other comments. All this stuff kind of helps because they have been tightening the reins a little bit, the old tubes of view. Hidden lands could still, yeah, exactly. This is the thing, right? You know, we can't go everywhere. There's shipping routes. There's flight paths for airplanes. There's literally, you know, the boats don't go out through the middle of the ocean. They skirt around the edges where they're allowed to go. So we don't know what's out there. We really don't. So I mean, so that, you know, that land mass, it could still be there, right? Who knows? Could be Elysium, right? But it's not up in the sky. We just don't know. Show the map painted on the Capitol Dome. What Capitol Dome is that? Is that Washington Capitol Dome? Have I seen that one? I don't know if I've seen that one. Flip-flopping weather in Canada. Well, you know, you've got Trudeau just in, right? Would have emued your pants, yeah. I did almost. 3 days. Oh, really? What? You drove a 1.3 litre Daihatsu? Oh my God, see. Wow. That's I hope you had air conditioning, man. Jeez. People get bummed out, but hey, we should be happy because I agree, man. This is good. You know, the reset, you know, whatever it is, right, that we're going through, this change, it's only bad if you're confused and you're not sure what's going on. You know, we have all the answers. We just got to get out there and that's what's going on at the moment, is everyone's, standing up and shaking themselves off and like, oh, that 2 years went quickly. I think I better get out and do something. Tradition is the infection. Truth is the cure. Nice. Yeah, man. Tradition. Doing things just because people used to do them is probably not a good reason to do things, right? Yes, J Dreamers. Shout out to J Dreamers. Go check out his channel if you haven't. Good stuff there. Yeah, well, there's, as have you all read, what is it, Atlas Shrugged? Can't remember the author. It was a lady. But that's pretty much what that is about. They all take off. Is Tomorrowland another one? Oh, Tomorrowland. Yeah, I have seen that. That's a weird movie that doesn't make. Yeah, had a lot of potential, that one, but the story fell apart, man. It didn't tie up in the end, and I was very annoyed. So many unanswered questions, right, in that movie. But yeah, same kind of thing, right? That was like an advanced civilization. Atlas Shrugged is all these. It's kind of different. It's all the smart people, take off and start their own civilization, and then build the tech, and then come back to help us plebs. Excuse me. Yeah, man. Shout out Paul Cook, who is uncovering, right, a world beneath our feet. It is all there. I don't know what's going on. Why not? It's just a movie. I mean, none of us know really what's going on or what's going to happen. It's we just learn along the way, and don't don't look to say everything is right or wrong, good or bad, because it kind of locks you out of finding the truth. 4,000 Ks. It was a blast. Nice. Yeah, I'm sure the views were good. I've got a friend up that way at the moment who's sent me a few photos. I don't, God, if I got them downloaded, of some pretty cool stuff that she found up, on the beaches and stuff. I'm so unorganized at the moment. I'll have them in some folder somewhere, but I don't know where, so I'll have to show them on another stream. What has a great song? J Dreamers. J Dreamers video, Capital Dome map. Oh, okay. I shall have to check it out. Thank you. Yes, exactly. Atlas Strike. Yes, Anne Rand. Thank you. Anne Rand, or is that how you say it? Anne. My name's Anne Rand. Not 100% sure I buy it, but supposedly white hats are in control. We're going to be let in on the fact that everything already happened and I'm watching the movie. Yes, well, as I've said from the start, it's all well and good if it happens, but if it doesn't, this is the thing. A lot of that stuff just made people sit on their butts and do nothing. And that's great and fine if someone turns up, but if they don't, you're kind of stuffed. So, they've been saying that stuff for so long. It started in 2020. We're in 2023 now. But I don't think anything they've ever said has come true. We've always got to wait and trust the plan. So I think a much better way to go is to go, great, hopefully it happens, and then just get out and do stuff anyway, right? Start building this new earth, because if they don't come, then it doesn't matter. Right? We're in control. In the end, we're the white hats, right? We're the ones that can change this place. Why would you, after everything's gone on, you're really going to put your trust and faith in a group of people you don't know to change society as we know it? I'm not into that. Unless I'm on the board making decisions, I'm not agreeing. It's because that's what we've got now. All these control systems that we're just supposed to agree to, because people apparently smarter than us can make better decisions. I have been mailed. Adam MK, hello. Oh, does that mean you've mailed me something? Thank you. Yeah, no, I agree. It's there's no proof of any of it. So that's the thing, Black hats, yeah, there's definitely, there's definitely, we know there's some evil forces. Straw hats are better. I agree, man. Get a straw hat and go garden. Yeah, man, I agree. Gold Coast, like, let's do that. And this is the thing. It's what's come out of all this. Really, the main thing that's come out of that whole, QE type thing. Hello, London man, London McLovin. Is people have just got into politics. They just want to elect someone else to lead them. Right? I mean, they're called leaders, right? Leaders need followers, and I'm not a follower. I don't follow anyone, man. Bugger that. I was thinking about it today. Like, people have been telling me my whole life what to do, and I've ignored every single one of them. And I'm happy, right? I look at people I went to school with. Wouldn't want to be them. Would not want to be them. Most of them, are jabbed up and they're in jobs I don't like and they're stressed out and they're unhealthy and overweight, and that's it, man. The word system in Latin means sewage. Really? Well, there you go. So what's a sewage system then? A system? Well, there you go. The system, right? Well, that fits, because those people, I call them systemites. The system lovers. And that, right? Outcast for life, yeah, man. The Black Sheep Brigade. If there is black, there must be white. Rules of the realm. Duality, well, is that true? Or is that just what they want us to believe? Polarization. It's a good weapon, right? How do you get people to fight each other? You just get two groups and tell each one the other one's wrong. I've been thinking a lot about this lately, and I think it's the middle path. Right? This is what we hear, right? This is about, not being polarized, seeing that the black and the white are actually the same. It's all one thing, right? Like, there is no good or bad apart from when perspective comes into it. And most perspective that people have got today is based on other people's perspectives, which is probably just random opinion. So does polarization even exist? I mean, clearly, magnetics and that, but this is the thing. With fields, when you can join fields, you get a vesica Pisces, right? And that's where creation happens. So it's to do with not seeing the polarization, I think. That's what I think. Take the middle ground, the middle path. There you go. A bit of Campbellosophy for you all. I have an assortment of hats. Nicole asks, yeah, we had a bit of a hat party when we had Dutch synth on. I've got a couple. I need some more. I did have a good accrue, but I don't know how to it. I've got this one. Oh, that one. Hello. Don't know where it's from. Kind of a fez. It's a bit dirty. Yes, hats. Hat party. Yeah, man. I mean, none of them. But this is the thing. We don't know what any of this means. Is this a stimulation breaking down? Is this people being, implanted? And of course, that's, one other thing is they're changing all these people with, they're actually not who they say are. They're good people. But again, that's great if that's the truth, but we don't know. And we can't really, at this point of the game, if we're still trusting people outside of us, we didn't really learn the lesson. Indiana Jones, I agree. Good hat. Bleach and white is summer of winter. Right? Bleach and white is summer of winter equinoxes, solstices. Don't understand. Jester hat. Yes, I do have the Jester hat. That's over there, though. So I'm not putting it on today. But I'm going to get set up. I'm going to have a recording studio soon, and nice background so I don't have to, blur my messy room that I'm in. ultimate high comes the ultimate low. The middle is the way. Yeah, this is the thing. It's like AA, right? When people are alcoholics, obviously being an alcoholic is not good. But you know, being the opposite is also not good. You know, but going through AA and then spending your rest of your life running around telling everyone else they can't drink it's just as bad. You know, the middle ground is like, well, you know, moderation. We all have our thinking caps on. Yes, we do. Tinfoil, baby tinfoil. I'm like, yeah, tinfoil hats, man. I think Dutch had what did he have? A tin fedora? Like a fedora covered in tin foil. That was pretty cool. Steely Dan, nice. Bit of Steely Dan. Yeah, exactly right. We should take action ourselves. Yeah, I agree. There was a good interview, JCK and Mark Devlin. Go check it out. And yeah, he's very much into activism. That's what he'll say. Just go and do this. It's our world. It's our world. Let's just go and you know, we get to make decisions, right? It's our money that built all this stuff. So if we want to destroy it, we can destroy it. Not that I'm saying we should do that. You know, these are just random opinions. No, there's definitely no that stuff. But this is another thing we've got to be careful of is clearly, you know, that's polarized at the moment to the extreme, right? With all the, you know, men in dresses reading stories to little kids and all this stuff. But, you know, the danger is it's going to swing back to the polar opposite. So the opposite of that is Puritanism, right? It's what we had, what we're told we had, you know, a few hundred years ago, where no kissing in public, women can't show their ankles or wrists, you know, all this no sex anywhere is the opposite to that. And we don't want to be there either. You know, so we don't want to be polarized. We want to take the middle ground, which is, you know, everyone's allowed to do what they want as long as they don't push it on anyone else. Keep it in your bedroom, dudes. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, I saw that today. Yeah, the guy in the shop with the little old TV. I did see that today. Interesting. Obviously, you know, he talks moon and dinosaurs and stuff, which is a bit, you know, disappointing, but it's not too bad. Not his best, I don't think. Southwest Pennsylvania, near Flood City, Johnston. Is it called Flood City? There are many flooded buildings. I mean, that's another thing, right? The name of towns. How many towns are called like there's one called Rock Wall in America, which is literally has a massive rock wall buried under it. You know, so names are interesting, and then we have high streets, you know, Highland, Fleet Streets, which normally got rivers under them, and one in London does. Tiachi, T-R-G-C, yes. How we are so fooled. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's JCK. Thank you very much, Shari. Yeah, go check that out. It's a good one. Thank you very much. And Mark Devlin's actually coming to Australia to do a tour. He's doing Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, and Perth. So that'll be announced at the end of the year. So keep your eyes out there if you're in Australia. I think he's looking for a little bit of help too for tickets because it's a long flight and he wants to go like middle grade, whatever it is, upgraded economy. Yeah, Mark. Yeah, he's been going for a long time. Basically focusing on music, a lot of the music stuff and deception. And there's so much to do with music, right? Sound, frequency, muse. What's a muse, right? I think they made the muse sick. Who knows? So yeah, check that out. And of course, myself and JCK and Kelly Jones are going to be live in Lismore on the 15th of April, which is, holy crap, 4 weeks. 4 weeks yesterday, I think it is. Jeez, I really need to get over east, don't I? So come and check us out if you're in the region for an amazing day of fun and learning and connecting with your tribe. And we have confirmed Dale Holmes is going to come and join us. We're also there's a documentary being made, and our event's going to be featured in it, and we're going to be interviewed for it, and all this kind of stuff. All this stuff's happening. And plus, we have another guest that we will hopefully be announcing soon. We just need to confirm. So, yeah, it's going to be awesome. The link is, I will put the link in the description. It should be there, but I don't think I put it in, but I will. So go and check that out. But just tartariaaustralia.com is where you need to go. Hello, Healing Heart Rose. How are you? Will we always live in servitude? No. I mean, servitude, no, of course not. No. That's what this is all about. That's what the apocalypse is. That's what we're being shown. You know, a lot of us have always understood that that's where we are, right? That's what jobs are, but a lot of us didn't. A lot of people didn't. And so that's what they've been shown. You're a slave, Neo. And worse than that, these are your slave masters. Look at them. These are the people you listen to. These are the people you vote for. Right? And then you give them your money and trust them how to spend it. Look who they really are. Yes. Yeah, but yeah. It should all be good this time. We're going to... Yeah, we had some issues with the last film. But yeah, we would like to get it all sorted too. So we'll yeah. We've got, yeah. I don't know. I actually don't organise most of this stuff. We just kind of turn up and talk. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it is being filmed. Yes. There you go, Sherry Eyes. Thank you very much. Come down. Followers are always... Campbell, I'll come down. Followers are always get crucified. What does that mean? I don't get it. What do you mean? I'll come down. Followers. It's in followers. I'm not sure where you're coming down from, but yeah, followers. If you follow someone, they'll lead you off a cliff. I mean, why do you think that people want you to follow them? If someone wants you to follow them, there's something wrong with them. They don't have self-esteem, right? They need people to tell them that they're worthy. That's who these leaders and gurus are. They're the least among us, is who they are. So don't follow anyone. Follow yourself. Follow yourself, because at least you won't lead yourself off a cliff. Well, hopefully, right? Yeah, old world. I've been thinking a lot about music. I want to start getting, once I get all this is going to start when I get over East, but I want to start getting a lot more, festivals going, and just bands, right? Musicians, none of this produced crap. Actual musicians who can write music and play it. Bands, that's what we need to get back to, right? Real stuff. They redacted Greenland. What does that mean? That it no longer exists. Yep, 432 became 440, exactly. Middle C. So if you're a musician, tune your middle C to 432. Job is, yeah, like the trials of Job, right? That's what a job is. Job. The word weak makes you weak, and then at the end you're weakened. Right? You're tired for 40 years, and at the end you get to retire. It's all a scam. It's all a scam. What do you mean by changing it from 432? Yeah. So that's the frequency. When you tune an instrument, you tune a middle C, so that it's in the right scale. And they changed the scale from 432 to 440. Of course, 432 equals 9, God number, and 440 equals 8, which is the infinite loop. That all happened in World War II, when they also took out the bells. All the cathedrals and basilicas and things. So there you go. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, servitude is a mind thing. Yeah, you can only be a slave if you believe you're a slave. It's true. Like, you can literally be in bondage, right? But if your mind's free, then you're free, right? But yeah, no. I mean, this is all choice. We chose to be slaves, right? Even if everyone around you is telling you you must get a job and a mortgage, a death pledge, you still don't have to. Well, there you go. Time to get the chainsaws out. But this is the thing. This is all frequency. It's all frequency. We can change frequency. Like, we know we can do this. Dr. Emoto, man, check out his work. Intention. Literally seconds of intention as far as writing words and sticking it on water changes the structure of the water. So I'm not worried about any of this 5G stuff. I think that the biggest problem is believing it's a problem. It's like if you smoke, right? And also I had a great chat with Eileen McCusick last night. That is around somewhere. I'll find the link. I'm not sure what it is at the moment. But everything can be transmuted, right? Some people can smoke a pack of cigarettes a day and still be happy and smoking when they're 100. Other people are dead at 40, right, from cancer. Why is that? Why is that? It's clearly not the cigarette, right? It's clearly not the smoke. So it's the same thing with everything. 5G, if this is that, it's all fear. We can't go forward into the new earth with fear. That's how they've controlled us. We get to choose, and until we understand that, then we're not choosy. We're not making decisions for ourselves. Hello, Michael. They put Willem Reich in jail for doing what you're doing. Oh, yeah. Well, what's the option? I don't think they will. Who knows? Hopefully they won't. But what's the option? What's the option? It's like I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees. It's not in me. I just cannot. I would never bend the knee to anyone. I just can't. It's not in me. I would rather die, literally, than bow to anyone, because, life is, we're all going to die at some point, right? It's how you live. It's how you spend your time while you're here. If you spend your time bowing down, then you've learned nothing, and you're not improving the world for those you come after. Right? So, live a good life, right? I think living well is better than living long. Obviously, the best is living well and long, but in the end, we all get decisions, and everything. Even at that point, we get decisions. Well, there you go. Yeah, right. Christopher Reeve, his wife as well, never smoked, died of lung cancer. Right. That just proves that everything they say about lung cancer is 100% BS. Those two incidences prove it. Right. It's the drugs they give you. This is what they do. Oh, you've got this and you've got this. Now take these drugs. And it's the drugs that knock you off. Petco 2, hello. Oh, where'd you go? Error of my ways. Hello. Welcome. Petco 2, yeah, I think I've watched a bit of that. I don't think I've even seen the first one. That's all very strange stuff, isn't it? But we inherit the earth if we decide to inherit the earth, right? And this is what's happening at the moment. We need to take action. This is like the whole, Q thing, waiting for a savior, aliens. What if you're waiting around for someone to come and save you? Well, apart from the fact they might turn up, even if they do, you don't get a choice of the world you're going into. They do. So you're back at the start. This is the thing. To build a new world, we can't be dragging the thoughts from the old world forward. We can't be thinking that, oh my God, it's the government's fault because they're so bad and they make all these rules. No, it's our fault for following them. Right? If it's not our fault, then how do we change it? Seriously. You can't change anything if it's not your fault. What are you going to do? Run around and tap 8 billion people on the shoulder and tell them to change? Yeah, exactly. We must save we are the ones we've been waiting for. Everyone's looking around for a savior. We're here. We're here. Go look in the mirror. This is the thing, right? Chemotherapy, exactly right. This is the thing. Yeah, bow to no man, right? This is what they wanted us to remember 2 years ago. I'm trying to tell everyone, no, it's good. It's good and right. It's the right thing to do. Bend the knee. Look, all your leaders are doing it. right? Yeah. Yeah. If that doesn't tell you to never do it, I don't know what will. Um, yeah. Health, again, health. Yeah. It's, there's so much, like, we think we're advanced. We don't know what to eat. We argue about what to eat. And the problem is, not everyone's the same. Everyone's going, you need to eat what I eat because what I eat works for me. Well, awesome. Doesn't mean it's going to work for anyone else. Right? We've got 4 different blood types. We've got different body types. We've got male, female. I mean, we've got different lifestyles, different diet. I mean, come on. One size fits all it's a joke. What you will know what's good for you. When you eat something and it makes you feel good, eat more of it. When you eat something and it makes you feel like crap, eat less of it. That's about it. That's about it. Yeah, exactly. Right. Bend the arm instead, man. That way, if you ever get pushed down on your knees, you can punch him in the balls. Yeah, I mean, and this is the worst thing about that whole system is they charge people tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, to kill them. You get to pay, right, for your death. So again, right? Why not? If you're going to be there, make it your decision, make it your choice. Not, sounds a bit strange, doesn't it? But you know what I mean, right? Yeah, people have, yeah, exactly, right. But I mean, this is the thing: if you're allergic to peanuts, you'll work it out. Don't eat them. Yeah, exactly. But that just shows you our allergies. They're allergies because not everyone has them. So clearly, we all react differently to food. Clearly, chocolate. Of course, chocolate is good. Dark chocolate, guys. Don't eat the sugar chocolate. And of course, white chocolate is racist. So don't do that. Doctors told me I couldn't have kids, and I had to just to spite them. There you go. That's great. Doing things to spite people. I mean, I agree. If someone tells you can't do something and you feel like doing it, I think you should do it. Yeah. Well, this is a problem. We do need to look in the mirror, but yeah, one that reflects, some information back at us that's not propaganda. All right, it's on. It's on. Gold Coast lady in Sherry Ives in a fight for the last chocolate bar. Celebrity boxing. Chocolate boxing for a box of chocolates. There you go. Allergic to caffeine. Wow. Man, I drink way too much coffee. I've got to stop drinking coffee. I really do. It's shocking. It's not good. Yeah, unfortunately, this is what happens. Yeah. Yeah, give it a go. If you feel good, awesome, keep going with it. This is the thing. I mean, I definitely think, you can't go wrong with more fresh fruit and veg, no matter sort of what your beliefs are. Yeah, listen to the quiet voice inside. Still your mind. What are you saying? Well, like I said before, I've been told my whole, literally, because I do things differently. I've been told my whole life what to do. You should do this. You should do this. You should get this job. You should do this. You should eat this. You should. And I've ignored it all. And, I'm 50 and like literally everyone I know who's my age, they're all unhappy, unhealthy, and they all did what they were told. So the proof is in the pudding, man. Like, this is the thing. If you stick to your guns, you get proven correct in the end, because you always are correct for you. As long as you're not telling everyone else to change their life to make you feel better, then you're good. Excuse me. Yeah, raw food, and this is, one of the things, right? Like everything good gets co-opted. All this, fake meaty stuff, right? That they're trying to push on vegans, and that's not That's got nothing to do with a vegan diet, right? That's not. It's full of chemicals, man. Vegan and vegetarian, whatever. It should just mean eating more fresh, healthy vegetables and fruit. Don't eat. Eat from a plant, right? That grows from the ground. Don't eat from a plant that is a brick building. Oh, thank you very much. I need to shave, right? I've got a few grey hairs coming through. Yeah, well, I mean, I am 50, right? But I'm very immature. So there you go. Thank you. Yeah, I do all right. I mean, this is the thing. I don't get sick. I literally don't get sick. And if I get a nose run or anything, it's like a day, half a day, but it's not what I would call sick. Yeah, I agree, man. They don't have the right. And this is the thing. People who come out and tell you what you should do and how you should live, turn around and tell them how they should live and see what kind of reaction you get. Right? Stay away from those people. Stay away from them. Fasting is good. Fasting is good. I definitely want to get into intermittent fasting at least, but I do need to do a proper fast. Kelly's very good at fasting. She's done lots, so maybe I'll do them with her. Udo. I don't even know how to pronounce that. So maybe you should sing a song, record it. Yeah, man. I mean, this is the thing, right? If you need to tell someone else how to live, you're not focusing on your life, right? Fully sick, man. Fully sick. Yeah, man. And this is the other thing, right? Is birthdays and age. How much focus is put on age. This year you're this old, right? When life begins at 40, 50, half a century, 80's old. Who said? I mean, that's clearly not true either. I've seen 60-year-olds that look like they're on their deathbed, and I've seen 60-year-olds who look like they're 30. It's all BS. It's what we believe. And I've always believed, for some random reason, that I think it's from that Bible verse probably, but that I'm going to live to at least 120. Which means I'm not even at middle age, right? And I guess if you look at that, it's different than looking at, 50s old or 60s old, People think saying, 50 is the new 40 is good. Well, it depends what 40 is, right? How about we live forever? How about we don't age? How about it's just our thought of aging that ages us? Maybe our body's a reflection of our mind. And when our mind slows down and stops working properly, it's reflected in our body. And age is a concept, man. So, I mean, I'm not big into birthdays, and as far as age, I mean, I wasn't even there, so I don't even know if I'm 50. I didn't sign that birth certificate. I was too young to know the date. So it could all be a scam, man. Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, look at the health officials, man. There's memes about them, and they're literally the unhealthiest people. Why would you take advice from these people? Drinking, I mean, yeah, if that's what feels good, then awesome. There's nothing wrong with having drinks. There's something wrong with having, 10 every day. But, if you want to have a couple of drinks, and that's fine. Everything in moderation. Gardening is royal art. Look fit. Gardening is royal art. Look fit. That book is awesome. I don't know how to read that. I think my brain just twisted. Thank you. The project, they project. Yeah, everything's projection, man. Hollywood, casting spells. Right? Broadcast. It's all spells. It's all spells. It's all spells. Yeah. Unfortunately, those dickheads don't seem to disappear. All that happens is we get, we hopefully make better decisions and hang around with better people. Oh, happy birthday, PH Joy. On becoming wiser, one year wiser very well done. And, that's what I say now. I just get a year wiser. Why not? Why not get better as you get old? I mean, as you go forward, that's what we're supposed to do, I think. Yeah, exactly right. I agree. And that's the thing, right? Like so many people, like, oh, my mum had this, my dad had that. And they believe that because that means that they're going to get it. And it happens. They give it to themselves. I mean, literally, cancer runs in families, man. But then again, maybe that's, what's the say? Heart attacks can run in families, but that's because that family doesn't run. Oh my gosh, so many, 260 of you here watching. Thank you. All right, hour 40. So I'll read a few more of these, and then I shall bid you all adieu. I may be back on though, but yeah, I'll be around. I haven't. Well, that's a good point too, right? Especially the coloured, alcohols and the cans and stuff they got. Probably want to make your own. I haven't had actually I have had a drink. I had one when I was in Brisbane. I think it was November. And before that, probably 2.5 years. But that doesn't mean that I'm not, doesn't mean I've said I'll never have another drink. And if I feel like having a drink, I'll have a drink. And that's the middle road. If it's bad, then that's polarized, right? 5 + 4 = 9, and I'm the one. Exactly. 9 is the God number. It is. Happy Wise Day. Born Day. Shouldn't what were your spells, right? We shouldn't really be saying birth. We need a new word for that. Happy Entering the World Day. Something like that. Anyway. Oh, Soul Day. There we go. You're ahead of me, hippie. Happy Soul Day. There we go. Soul Emergence Day. Mountain Cat. When the ice of cynicism and the snows of pessimism cover your heart, only then are you truly old. There you go. I agree. May you sure have mercy. Yeah. We make ourselves old or young. I'd say just, be immature. I'm only R52, man. Yeah, I'm, apart from this, I'm strong. I'm flexible. This is the thing. Most people, the flexibility, man. People stretch. I think stretching is even more important than working out. Stay flexible, right? Literally, it's this thing. You want to be flexible in body and mind. Because people just seize up. All these old people, they can't move their legs, right? They hobble. That's going to make you old, because as soon as you start doing that, your circulation can't work properly, and you start going on that downward spiral. And I did have a thought that I was going to say something, and I have lost it. Oh my gosh, you got all the. Sorry if I can't read all of the. Oh my gosh, there's so many comments here. More cannabis, yeah. I mean, and that's it. That's cool. Whatever is, good for you. And in the end, it's all frequency, like this stuff's only bad if we believe it's bad, right? All of the empty domes on the top of the towers, why are they empty? Have the old world components of the ethers. Yeah, they could be resonators, but yeah, definitely, stuff's been removed. There's in the Vatican, is it St. Paul's Cathedral? I think there's this massive wooden thing that basically looks like a 4-poster bed for a giant, like a big giant. It's huge, and it's got like a silk top on it, like a silk sheet, sort of from the top of the posts. And that could be part of the system, right? Silk gets charged with electrostatic electricity. So that may have been part of the system that was removed. I saw a video on it, but basically it works in with the resonators and things like, they took out the bells, they took out the choirs, they dismantled the organs, They took out the water. They polluted the water. I mean, they've done everything. And it's literally been a dismantling of the realm. And it's like, how do you invade a realm? How much money do they spend telling us that all this invasion is going to come from alien races from space? Maybe it's already happened. Yes, I agree. We should definitely help those less fortunate than ourselves. And this is, why I don't follow any religions. Because in my time, I've learned that most of the people who go out and feed the homeless and sick aren't, from religions. And if they're from a religion, they're doing it as part of a group to look, The whole thing about being a Christian to me is live like Christ. Try and live like he lived, right? Be kind. Help those less fortunate. Turn the other cheek. Try and help people. Like it's that simple. It doesn't say go to church and listen to a man in a dress. Just saying. And by the way, the Pope, and yes, I know that's Catholic, but he's pushing all this stuff, right? They literally had a drag show at the bloody Vatican. I'm not joking. These people are sickos. Hello, Alistair. Welcome. How are you? Yes, breathing and stretching. Yeah, without forcing. Yes, I agree. It's something I have to learn. Like I was big into martial arts when I was younger, like Taekwondo. So I used to push hard. I could do the splits. I could do the they called Chinese, like the front splits. And pretty close. I was about that far off the ground in the side splits when I was sort of 20. Not that good anymore, but I'm going to work on it. I need to get back into it. Martial arts are great, man. Get your legs moving. Like martial arts are good because kicking them. You get your foot above your midsection, and it gets that blood flowing. Right, keeps your legs healthy. Or just walk. Or like these German soldiers. Wim Hof, yeah, man. Cold baths. Treat others as you wish to be treated. That's it. Do no harm, cause no loss or damage. That's how we change the world. That's the new earth right there. Treat others as you wish to be treated and cause no harm. That's it. That's all we need to do. Right? If we've got an idea, we do it ourselves. We don't go and ask someone to do it or tell them they should do it. And if we've got information we want to get out, well, we should get it out and not tell people that they need to look at it. That's why I like YouTube. And I can just put stuff up. And if people want to look at it, they can look at it. If they don't want to look at it, they can not look at it. They can turn it off if they think it's crap. It's awesome. Right? Move them Legos. Yeah, I agree, man. Yeah, man. Got to move the legs, man. Got to move the legs. Well, I mean, yeah, right. That's all. Of course it is. I think another word for that day are doctors, right? I am. I'm going to New South Wales, man. Jeez, give me some time. Yeah, heathens. And this is another thing, right? Heathens. People think that's a bad word. I think it's bad if you get called a heathen. Is it? Maybe not. I agree. I agree. And that's, these things and more shall you also do. Quote from the man, the J-man. So that's another thing. I've read a lot of the Bible and the extra canon books and all this kind of stuff. And the message I get is not me. It's a different message than the people, who want to interpret it for you are giving. And I think that's the biggest thing is, the Bible's just a book. It's not good or bad. It's just a book. It's us, right? Thinking makes it good or so, right? Perspective, judgment. So I'd say read it and get out of it what's for you, right? But if someone else is telling you what you need to get out of it, that they are now the leader. And if you believe them, you become the follower, right? And then you can't see anything different because that leader becomes right. And this is the problem. It causes division. Yes, get grounded, definitely. Get grounded. Take your rubber sole off, because what's on the bottom of your feet? Your soul. If you want to heal your soul, right, walk bare feet. Heal the soul. It's all there. It's all there. Oh. Oh yeah. Is that the red lenses? Yeah, man. Yeah. That's true. Yeah. Vietnam War. They started trying to shoot each other. They went crazy. Red spectrum, right? That's on the edge of the spectrum, that we can't see. We only see a little bit. And of course, light is frequency. Has that been played with too? Only one pill required. I did it twice. Oh, one pill? What pill? Oh, what's this black pill that I've heard people talking about? I don't even know what it is, but I've heard people saying black pill. I don't know. Anyone know? Sounds bad. Is that like when you go down the rabbit hole and you find the bad stuff and you start losing faith and hope in humanity? Maybe it is. Don't go down the black hole. It is, oh my gosh, how did that happen? Is that 2 hours? Oh my God. It's 9:24 on the west coast of Australia. Excuse me, which means it's midnight. 12:30 over east. That one. Yeah, right. I think, who's that leader of New Zealand? Jacinda Ardern. I think she took lots of that stuff. I think it turned her into a horse. I sort of the grass in your shoes, on your toes. I'll learn how to read soon. Yeah, they even have earthing mats. They had earthing mats you can buy, so you can sit, at your computer and have your feet on an earthing mat. I'm not sure. I think it's a frequency thing, but you can also get a tray full of dirt. Probably works. 9:24 a.m. in Canada, Bernie country. Yeah, man. In the morning, and it's nighttime here. 6:25 a.m. Black Purvis hopelessness. Yeah, there we go. So I thought that's what. Yeah, gotta be careful, man. This is the thing. It's the thing about all this information. A lot of it's not actually helping people. Like if you tell people how bad the world is, and then you don't give them any solutions, it's probably not a good thing to do. You're probably not helping anyone. And this is the problem with everyone running around yelling at each other. I'm right, you're wrong. I'm right. And if you don't believe what I say, then that makes you wrong, because I'm clearly right. Hello, come on, get over yourself. But this is the thing, right? Everyone yelling at each other. I'm right, you must change. But then they don't tell you how to fix it. This is bad. Can't you see it's bad? They're doing this. They're doing this. You're just a slave. Great. How do you get out of there? So that's where we're going. Zal Moxes, how you going? Yeah. 25 a.m. Sydney. Monday morning. There you go. So I will be over your way by the end of the week. I got to get out of here, man. I got to get going. Is it Mother's Day somewhere? God, I hope it wasn't Mother's Day here. I hope. Happy Mother's Day if it was, Mum. Yeah, man, don't thump Bibles, right? They're only good to, smack silly people in the head with. The church is, come on. It's every church. It's every church. Let's not just say it's the Catholics. Every church, pretty much. I'm pretty sure it'll be every single church. They're the worst. They're the worst. The people who run these places don't follow what they teach. They don't practice what they preach. It's a control system. Yeah, man. Exactly. Well, this is the thing. The only reason you can be in someone else's life all the time is if you have none of your own. All this stuff that's going on, that's going on YouTube and that, don't these people have lives? They're seriously that pathetic that their life is making videos about me and watching what I do? I mean, I don't have the time for any of that. I got a life to live, man. I have a life to live. Your dad's a pastor. Wow. Spaghetti? Minestrone? Sorry. That's rude. So there you go. Bit on maps and a bit of Canning philosophy. I kind of went off there for about an hour, didn't I? So there you go. All right. So I hope you're all having an awesome day, night, morning, afternoon, wherever you are. Just sort of reading these. What's that say? Lol. Whole new meaning to Bible thumper. Yeah, exactly right. You believe this? I don't know if anyone's heard of Tim Minchin. If you want a bit of a laugh about, Bible thumpers, type in Tim Minchin, the good book. He's got a few. It's quite funny. So right, it's all right to have a laugh, and it doesn't mean you shouldn't run around yelling at these people though, because then you become them. But yeah, Tim Minchin, the good book. Go check it out. It's very cool. So there you go. Thanks all for being here. Yeah, and this is the thing, right? It's time to go build the new world, right? We're the ones we've been waiting for. Don't put your trust in something outside of you that you can't control, because what happens is you get into a place that's uncontrollable. Right? Don't follow leaders, because if it's a leader, you're following it. You're being led somewhere. Right? It's all in the language. Don't be led. Don't bend the knee. Live your own life. Make your own decisions. If you don't know exactly where you want to go, that's fine. Spend some time. You'll work it out. You don't have to do everything right now, and not everything has to be right or wrong. We don't need to judge. That's good or bad. It could just be interesting. Wow. Maybe I'll wait for some more information, and then it will become either more right or more wrong, and I'll eventually end up with the truth, or at least the truth for me. So there you go. Cambell Philosophy 101. So thank you all for spending some time with me. I do appreciate you all. Like I said, you can join my channel now. There should be a button somewhere. And once I get set up over East, I'm going to be doing Zooms or whatever it is, lives for people who are members, or however that works. And all the Patreon stuff, I've got to get all that sorted out. I also find links below in the description if you want to get some tuning forks. If you want to get some books, some real physical books on how to build this new world, gardens and free energy devices and buildings and all this stuff that we need to relearn, because they kind of took it out of the education system, right? It's all down there. Go check it out. Help support this channel. Thank you. And thank you for everyone who does support this channel. Please give me a like, subscribe, share this content around, and most of all, stay awesome. And I'll talk to you all. I'm trying to find a video to play. That's why I'm not looking at the camera. Let me get organized here. What I want to play. We'll do that one. Stay awesome, and I'll talk to you all on the next upload. Bye for now.
It's time to kick it old school.